What's going on, folks? I ain't done a video in a while. I'm at work right now. I just wanted to get you caught up on a few things. I did a video recently about how to convert a TBI to a Carb, and I want to go on. I want to go. I did a quick overview on what you need to buy: a new distributor and a new intake, and how to get your fuel, your electronic fuel system work with the carburetor, and all that stuff. But I want to go over in a little bit more detail for some guys out there who may be wanting to do that. It's getting younger guys that may be just now starting to wrench on their cars and stuff. Don't know a lot of tricks. Don't know a lot of techniques to do. How to best way to get your top dead center again, so you can put your distributor back in and get your timing back right without it being 180 off and stuff like that. Step-by-step directions on how to get your intake off, your carb off, your distributor out, how to get your fuel system ran, and get all that stuff done. So I'm going to do another video on that here in a few days. And the 78 Camaro I was telling you guys about earlier, that needs all new floors and stuff. It's my sister's car. It's coming to the shop this weekend. I put it off because I expanded my shop. I got my shop's like a 30 by 45. Well, the concrete that I had poured in it was only like a 30 by 30, and that was my workspace. That was my usable space, and I had the other part of the shop stuff stored in it and stuff. But I finally, after all these years, got the rest of that concrete poured, opened it up. I got my whole shop opened up, so I got room to put my 92 in there. Her 78, we can start working on that. I've been doing other jobs for guys here at work. I got a job coming up, replacing some wheel arches on the bed, replacing the whole tailgate, repainting the whole bed, doing some rocker panel rust repairs. And if you guys are still wanting to learn some more welding, bodywork techniques, painting techniques, I'll do a few videos on the truck. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy stuff. And but yeah, so we got the Camaro coming in this weekend, and our initial job was going to just get the interior done so she can drive it and work on it a little bit at a time, like I was doing my Camaro. Each winter, do a project, summertime drive it. But she made the decision to, you know what, let's park it for a year or two. Let's get the interior done. Let's get all the rust fixed. Let's get it painted. Let's rebuild the engine. So we're going to have a lot of videos coming up on that pretty soon. Disassembly. We're going to pull the engine. We're going to take it apart. We're going to go through it. We're going to do a video on that, how to make sure you keep your push rods in order, your rod caps, your rods, your pistons, and what cylinder they came out of. Of course, when you put a new cam and a new lifter in there, you just trash them anyway, so you really don't need to keep them organized. How to clean some parts, how to go through the heads, how to disassemble the heads, and clean the valves, maybe even do a little valve lapping if you don't have the money to take it to a machine shop and get a 3-angle valve job done on it. I've done plenty of heads like that. Just did a valve lap and did a good seal on it, and it did great. So, and a lot of this stuff is stuff that a guy who's on a budget, don't have the money, like I said, to go to the machine shop and drop hundreds of dollars on, getting the heads done. We're going to, like I said, we're going to lap the valves, and we're going to, after we get them all cleaned up and everything, we're probably going to port them. I ported the heads on the Camaro. I never really did a video on that, which looking back, I probably should have. But I think I was just I really didn't start doing these videos until I got into the bodywork. I did the engine and my heads and all that stuff the year prior. So, but we'll do some of that stuff on her engine. We'll show you how to do some porting and some polishing. Sometimes the exhaust ports you could polish. You really don't want to polish your intake ports. You want to port them, but you really don't want to polish them, because as that fuel and air goes in there, a little bit of a rough texture will help emulsify and blend your fuel and your air as it's going into the cylinder. if you got a really slick surface in your intake chambers and your intake runners, it doesn't emulsify, however you pronounce it, that fuel as good as it should. So just keep tuned in and hit like and subscribe. I'm getting some views on a few of these things. I'm getting quite a bit of views on that video on how to convert your TBI to carb. That's why I want to go into a little bit more in-depth process on it, on step by step. Like I said, from intake to distributor to timing to getting your TDC back up and running your fuel system and getting all your fuel injection wiring and stuff tucked away, out of the way, give it a clean look. So that'll be coming up here in the next week or two. But I just kind of wanted to give, I just want to give you guys a heads up, just to let you know that I haven't posted that for a while. I think the last thing I posted was just a walk around of the '92 Camaro I got painted in my car, which turned out great. So, but this whole COVID thing's kind of, it didn't really hinder me on any of my projects or anything. It's just I was waiting to get my shop done and getting my sister's car out here and stuff. So we got some good stuff coming up this summer and this winter. Basically a whole Camaro from head to toe. Floors, bodywork, paint, engine, front suspension, wheels, tires, brakes, everything. Everything's going to get done on it. So keep tuning in. Tell some buddies about it. Like, subscribe it. And hit some comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks.